Hi everybody, I'm Jessie Stone and welcome to Bitch and Wine. Cheers! So thank you for joining us on Bitch and Wine. Today we are coming to you live from Banner Elk. These are my friends Katie and Michelle.
Hi.
We are all members of Women of Waynesville, and we're taking a little hiking trip this weekend. So today we've hiked 5 miles around Linville Gorge. Then we went to the winery.
Cheers.
And brought bottles of wine with us back to our hotel. So that's where we are tonight. I'm so glad to have these ladies with me. Me and Michelle joined WOW, Women of Waynesville, in 2015, so we joined together.
Yes.
Katie is a founding member of Women of Waynesville, so you've been...
2012.
2012 was
Yeah.
when, so tell us about Women of Waynesville in the very
evolution
beginning.
Of WOW.
Yeah, how did WOW, tell us the story of how WOW got started.
I'll never forget the first meeting we had, or the first meeting that I attended. It was in probably February of 2012. So it was the first calendar year. They had launched the calendars the previous fall. And I remember Nikki White, our founder, holding up the calendar at a networking event saying, you need to come check us out. And I, being new to the area, was like, oh, these girls sound pretty cool. These bitches. So I went to a meeting, and there were probably maybe 6 or 7 of us around a dining room table at the Heron House when Michelle Briggs owned it. And it was very small, very intimate, but a lot of ideas and energy. And that's kind of what got me hooked, was just like, these ladies are going to be doing something.
And you were new
to
to the area at the time.
I had just moved in the fall of 2011. I was a newlywed and new to the area with my husband and didn't know really anybody. I had my best friend lived in Waynesville, and that's who I knew. And but through WOW, I really attribute staying in Waynesville to these women that I have met and the relationships formed.
Yeah, because we've developed community.
Absolutely.
And when we joined in 2015, I had known about WOW. I moved here to Waynesville in 2013, and almost immediately probably met Michelle Briggs and Nikki White, and they were like, you gotta come join us, and I kind of considered myself an honorary member for a year or two, because I was just too busy. I was still getting settled in, but I still hung out with these women, because they were cool, right? They were like, they're just badass women, like, just, you can be who you are. It was just a feeling of true belonging. Come as you are, be who you are. So we finally officially joined in 2015 and started working on the calendar. These two ladies have both been in our naked calendar. I have not, but I'm always behind the scenes. I love, working to organize each year's theme, and being there for the photo shoots are so much fun. But yeah, just so if you are not familiar with the Women of Waynesville calendar, as Katie said, we did the first year calendar in 2012. This year is the 9th year that we
2011 or 2021. Will be the 9th year.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, that's the 2021 calendar.
Okay, so this is the 8th year that we've done it. This year's the 9th? The 2020
2021
calendar
is the 9th.
9th?
Yep. The first calendar came out
Like,
for
what year?
2012.
No, I thought the first calendar was 2013. We don't know. That's how long we've been doing
Okay.
this. It gets behind because we always do it a year behind. So a year ahead. So we pick a different theme each year, and the point of the calendar is to be, because we are a women's organization, so we like to empower women. We like to show real women's bodies in a classic, stylish way. This is one of my favorites. One of my faves.
That was a fun one.
And so these are all of our members, and we're ages like late 20s to 80 years old, and all our members volunteer to be models. These are two of my favorite models that I have with us today. There's Michelle.
So free.
On a bike. We love that one. And so we sell these every year, and it's one of our biggest fundraisers. We can raise, $8,000 with these calendars because our local businesses sponsor all the pages. There's a bug in my wine now.
Oh, there's a big
Oh, we have to stop this. Hold on.
Okay.
This was an expensive bottle of wine, y'all.
Oh,
I ain't playing.
Shame.
Okay.
He had expensive taste too.
It's okay. It's fine. So yeah, and so we've always had a different photographer. make their time to do the shots. But the last few years, we have had the same photographer, Craig Burkwart, and he's a Waynesville photographer. He is amazing. He's been great to work with. I think he's the only photographer we've had.
More than once.
The only male photographer we've had, and the only one to come back for a second calendar, because it takes a lot out of you.
It's a
really
labor of
does.
love. It really is.
I call it herding drunk cats.
It's a
Right?
really good.
Like, if
I
you have
mean,
a whole group
I
of
don't think
naked
we-
women that you're trying to take photos of, it can be
It's-
pretty.
it's
There's
entertaining
usually some liquid
days,
courage
yes.
in almost every photo shoot. I'm
Yes.
just being honest. It
Yeah.
takes a lot to take your clothes off. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the point I want to get across, is these women are so brave and so themselves.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things I fell in love with
Yes.
the most in WoW was watching women evolve into who they really are
Yeah.
when they're in front of the camera. And women who came in saying, I'll never do that.
Yeah.
Or that's not me, I'm not comfortable. And it wasn't that we come in wanting to take our clothes off and get naked immediately. But
No.
it's the
Never.
Not at all.
but it's the environment that we create where you feel so safe
Yes.
and so accepted and just beautiful in who you
How
are.
often do we feel comfortable in our own skin? And that's what's amazed me. And I'm like, wow, these women feel comfortable in their own skin, then I can feel comfortable in my own
Yeah,
skin.
Absolutely.
It's been beautiful watching that happen year after year, and people who you
Yeah.
never would have expected just come and bear themselves
Yeah.
fully.
And even new members, they'll be like, yeah, I kind of want to do this, but I'm nervous. And all we say is, come to the photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
You have no obligation to be in the calendar, but come to the shoot and see how you feel about it. And
More often than
99%
not,
of them
they will end up
end
naked
up-
before we're done.
end
Yeah.
up in the calendar feeling completely comfortable and feeling so empowered when they leave.
Yeah, I was gonna say they truly come into their own, and that's what I love watching every year with every photo shoot. I mean, I've been there for almost all of them.
Yeah. You've been in every
I've
calendar.
been in every calendar, but that's what I love year after year is watching people come into their own and feel empowered, and just love who they are and accepting of who they are, and supporting one another. Like, it's a beautiful thing to watch women encourage one another.
Yeah.
Um,
And if we can raise money to help our community, then that's the. I
It's
mean,
worthwhile.
So much
it's
the better.
it's women empowerment. It's about helping women feel more comfortable in their skin, and it's about making money that we can put back into our community.
yeah.
So who wants to talk about maybe where our money goes from the calendar sales? And we want to tell them some of the projects that we worked on from the calendar money, where it goes.
Well, let's see. We've supported Mountain Projects, Girls on the Run,
Care,
Care,
Reach.
Habitat for Humanity,
Habitat for Humanity, Meals on Wheels.
Yes.
Haywood
Um,
Pathway Center.
Yes.
So we give to any organization. Our mission is to support women and children in Haywood County.
Yeah.
So any organization that fits into our mission, which is a lot, then we support them. So we try to be a resource. We don't want to duplicate services. We always try to be a resource to other organizations in our community.
Although
And I
I think one of the things that is a little bit newer for us, but I happen to be more particularly proud of, is our Linda Chauvin Memorial Scholarship Fund. Over the last 3 years, we've been able to help 5 young ladies attend college, and we're well in place to go ahead and continue that support this year.
And I think what I was gonna say is one of the things that's always set us apart from the beginning, and what really speaks about the heart of WOW is the fact that we exist to give our money away to other nonprofits. We're the only nonprofit that doesn't fundraise and keep for themselves until we kind of started that scholarship. But even that is very minimal what we keep versus what we give away to others. So we bring in the woman power, the bodies, to help create a project or fill a need where people might not have the manpower or the funding to do it, but they have a need, and so we kind of come in and fill in those gaps, and that's always what's really set us apart from
Yeah.
other organizations. I feel like that's
Because
our
we are a completely volunteer organization. All of our members are volunteers. We have no paid staff, so we have no overhead. We have no office. We have nothing.
Yes.
we move around
Except
from location to location.
Right, we move around whoever will take us, and we chip in whoever needs us. So really, we're a great resource for other organizations that need volunteer power. We've helped with a lot of 5Ks. We have run the Power of
the
Pink
Power of Pink.
5K
we
for
co-hosted
the
for 2 years
yeah.
with the
And even when we don't co-host it, we always have a team
Yes.
to walk
We
in it.
always
So
support
we want to support other organizations. So what, Reach, our domestic violence shelter, they get they get funding from the state, but a lot of that money has strings attached to it, and they can only use it for certain uses. So if Reach has a client and they're like, we don't have they need this, somebody needed dental work, maybe that was
Yeah.
one. And they didn't really have a pot of money to pull from that, so they reached out to WOW and said, hey, can you help us with a dental bill? And absolutely. So we love filling those gaps and working with our other organizations to partner. The more we partner, the stronger
Yeah.
that we are.
We really are a great networking resource for women. I've gotten 2 different jobs through the partnerships that I've formed through WOW. When I look at how my career's evolved, it was because I met people through WOW and the different nonprofits and working with other agencies. And that's one of the beautiful things too, is how we enrich relationships for people too.
And our members, I think that's one thing that we've really worked on is, when you volunteer for an organization, you give a lot. And sometimes maybe you don't feel like you get a lot back, you go to a board meeting or you go to an event to volunteer, but we really try to build that sisterhood in our group. So we support our members as well. So 2020's been odd. Obviously our fundraising get-togethers have been put on hold.
Also, why we did a best of for the calendar this year, because we couldn't shoot any new photos.
Yeah, we were saving it for our 10-year anniversary, and we decided, well, we can't wait. Year 9, we're gonna roll it out because we didn't really have another option. But it worked out beautifully.
So we pulled up all of our old photos and and we let everybody on Facebook vote for their favorites, and that's how we picked the best of.
That was really great to see what people appreciated and what they voted on. That was really special to see.
Yeah, that was fun. So, we rely on this. This is our big fundraiser, and so this is kind of my call, my plea, that if you want to support Women of Waynesville, which is supporting a lot of other organizations in Haywood County, you can go to womenofwaynesville.org and buy this calendar online. We will ship it to you wherever you are. I've been mailing calendars all over the country, and even one to Canada yesterday.
I think the farthest we mailed was the UK.
I think we sent some
Ireland
to
or the UK,
We
yeah.
sent some to Europe last year. I don't know how they're finding us, but they're finding us. Somebody is Googling naked calendars, and we are coming up. Right. So yeah. So and we sell them at the Apple Harvest Festival. Of course, we were there this year. It was a little different festival, not as many people, but we still did pretty well. We so appreciate our supporters that come back every year, and they come by our booth, and they've got to get my 2021 calendar.
Yeah,
so that's a good feeling. So please support us. All the money, everything that we raise with these calendars goes back into the community because of the support we get from our local businesses and photographers that donate their time. So this is definitely a passion project. So we need your support, and it's a great way to support, and it's the gift that gives all year.
Yes.
Well, I love these women. They're great. We're going to
We
hike
love you
some
too.
more tomorrow.
Drink some more wine.
Cheers. Cheers to Linville Winery. They were popping today.
They were very
And we got
busy.
some delicious
Very
wine,
popular.
and we're enjoying our girls' weekend. So cheers to all of you out there. Hope you're having a great week, and we'll see you next time on Bitchin' Wine.